So scalpers, do I blame them for shortages? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logical Reason. As always, thank y'all for joining me for another video, another day. Now, if you're into video gaming and you know that we just entered another video game generation, both Sony and Microsoft released their latest console version. Microsoft released the Xbox Series X and the Series S, and Sony released their PlayStation 5. Now, when it comes down to these consoles, when they first released, they're never more scarce. I mean, they're in the highest demand and nobody has it. And this is a scalper's paradise. And they basically take advantage of it. And they do this generally every console generation. And usually it's not really nearly as bad as we see with this current generation. Because with most console releases, all stores have them in stores. However, because of COVID, most retailers only offer them online, and there was only one retailer that I'm aware of that was selling them in store, and that was GameStop. But everybody else offering them online as a COVID precaution. And these scalpers came in with those bots. And if you're unfamiliar with the bots, or you've probably heard that before, a bot is just simply software, basically software that's used to do random, very random tasks that a human being can possibly do. So for instance, if you've ever, if social media account, Facebook, they have certain words that they would consider offensive and it would be banned. If you try to upload a comment with any of those words in it, it won't go up, and you'll be wondering, well, what happened to my text? Well, the software edited the text out. They saw that it was words that were considered offensive or banned from that particular platform, and it won't go up. That's what the bots do. Now, scalpers use the bots to buy up stuff online, and if they basically can go to a website and at any given specific time, select the item, go to checkout, add all the billing, shipping, and payment information, and complete the purchase, and can be all done in under 5 seconds. The average is like 2 to 5 seconds. And the anybody who doing it the traditional way, you go on a website and you search for something and you buy, you don't stand a chance, because that's an average of, I would say, at least 30 seconds to a minute if you're going as a guest. So you don't stand a chance against those bots, even if you have an account and all your information is up there, all your shipping, billing, and credit card information is there to make the transition faster. Even then, you still don't have a chance when it comes down to those bots. And these scalpers was using that to buy up massive amount of stock. I mean, they have right now reports that they had more stock. These bots groups and individuals had more stocks than retailers. I mean, there was a YouTube video I saw about a man who posted a picture on social media, and they counted in his house with estimated to be about 40 PlayStation 5s. That's like, what, $20,000 investment. And there was one guy who had a social media post saying that he had 80 left. So that's it left. That's not totally what he had. And these bot groups out here having thousands of consoles, and the console retails for $500. They were taking them and then reselling them back online for exorbitantly high prices. The average that I've seen, if you go through eBay, would be like $1,500. That's 3 times the retail price. I saw one listing that was up there for $2,100. That's over 4 times the retail price, and I guarantee you it won't be me. And eventually I'll be able to get my hands on one, and don't look like it will be for Christmas, in time for Christmas for my children. But eventually I will have one, no doubt about it. But I will not pay those ridiculous prices. However, so many people are upset at the scalpers, saying that this is evil, this is wrong, this is not capitalism. There should be laws against this. It should be illegal. And I disagree with them. You know, that it is capitalism, actually. You know, if you buy something and turn around and resell it for a higher price than what you bought it for, that's capitalism. That's what businesses do. You know, you produce something and you sell it for a higher price than it costs you to make. That's capitalism. Now, is this ethical behavior? I would probably not, but it's not illegal. And I don't want to see laws passed to stop it. Now, who do I blame for scalpers? Basically, people buying from them. I mean, if people didn't buy from scalpers, they wouldn't scalp. I mean, they're the ones who making the scalping profitable. And I read a report that, heard a report that, you know, these scalpers have made like over like $40 million reselling consoles. And that means that people are out here buying them for the ridiculously high prices. I just can't do that. Even if I was a millionaire and I wasn't bodying it up out there and buying up software, I wouldn't buy it for that price. I would wait until it's retail. But then if I was a millionaire, I'd probably have my channels where I can get one at retail. But anyway, I can't blame the scalpers for scalping if the people are going to keep buying from him and making it profitable. You know, now there are some rules against laws against scalping. If it's dealing with emergency supplies, yeah, you know, emergency food and emergency situations, yeah, there was this report of these two brothers somewhere in America, you know, who had the foresight back in December, January to go up and buy out a whole bunch of hand sanitizer. And they would go as many stores as they can get to, even crossing the state lines. And they had like a whole storage unit full of hand sanitizer. And they would then return around reselling it on eBay for like $80. And they stopped it. Again, that was against the law because that's emergency supplies, considered emergency situation. But video consoles are not emergency. Okay, and you can do without a video game console. So, like I say, I can't blame scalpers for this, people. I gotta blame the people who are out here buying from them. You are the fault. So if you have a problem with scalpers, you need to blame the people who keep buying from them. And like every generation is always the same thing. The people will ask, hey, you know, on these video game websites, hey, let's stop buying from these scalpers, and then they won't scalp it. They never. I don't think it does any good. Now there is some light at the end of the tunnel, because what I'm hearing that a lot of these scalpers though are having a hard time getting rid of all their stock because they just bought so many of them, and so many people are like, hell to no, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying that price for it. So that is some light at the end of the tunnel. You know, people are saying, hey, but then they still have, the scalper that still has made so much money off of these consoles. And I don't understand people keep buying from them. You know, but anyway, y'all, this is my 2 cents on this whole situation. If you don't buy from scalpers and you don't make scalping profitable, people won't scalp. That's just it. End of story. But anyway, y'all, as always, until next time, and like I said, I'll eventually get one. If it has to be next summer, then it'll be next summer, but I will get it for retail. No more higher. And as always, y'all, until next time.